What's up, everyone? Thanks for checking out Greg's Garage. I'm your host, Greg White. Now, one element that we've been dying to bring you on this show, motocross bikes. So Kawasaki brought out a few for us to ride at Milestone MX Park in Riverside, California. And we rode them with some help from a guest tester.
Hi, I'm Greg with Kawasaki. We're at Milestone Racetrack, which is in Riverside, California, checking out the 2014 KX450. So let's talk about a few things that make this bike so unique. First off, if you watch racing, you know Ryan Villapoto has been very, very successful with Kawasaki, the KX450. It's a very solid package. The heart and soul about this motorcycle is really the engine. The engine is so user-friendly. All the riders rave how usable this power is. It's also very adjustable. This motorcycle has some engine couplers, which means you can easily change the power between 3 different maps in a matter of about 20 seconds. So we'll put the lighter one in now. Okay. So we also have the launch control, which is a really cool feature. It's used for starting on really slippery conditions. What it does, it retards the motor, makes it a little more manageable so it doesn't spin. It hooks up a lot better. When you engage it, it automatically defaults back to the standard mapping when you shift into 3rd gear. So that's a pretty cool feature. A big thing about this bike, also adjustability, not only with the couplers and the motor, but the ergonomics. So the handlebars, we have 4 different positions you can change this handlebars, front or forward or back. And the foot pegs can be lowered by 5 millimeters. So can fit a much wider range of riders by making those adjustments. Also, it has some great looks. It looks like the factory bike. It's got the black rims, it's got really cool design. You got blue accents on the suspension, on the engine plugs. The KX450 also features the Kayaba front fork. This is a pneumatic air fork, that means it has no springs in it. So it's just air. It's a Kashima coating on the inside. It's got the diamond-like coating on the lower fork tubes that reduces friction by about 20%. Also, because it doesn't have springs in the front forks, it's lighter. It's also very easily adjustable. If you have to change springs, you know that takes some time. This suspension, you just change 1 pound of pressure is equal to a spring change. So it's really user-friendly, it's light, and if you ever bottom out the fork, there's no jarring to the wrist. It's a completely different feel. Really, really good suspension.
Hi, my name is Chris Siebenhaar. I'm here at Milestone MX and got a full day of riding on the 2014 Kawasaki KX450F. Bike was great right off the bat. For the past couple years, I've ridden a different brand, and I've had a really hard time, or resistant time, getting away from carbureted bikes. I just like that, the feel and the torque out of the engine. And one thing that I noticed right off the bat was the bike had that. It never felt light and airy like sometimes a lot of fuel-injected bikes have felt in the past. It has that hit in the seat of your pants that gets you out of the corner. And I mean, really the reason why you buy a 450 is to feel the power and to hit stuff, and the bike definitely allows you to do that. Out of the box is pretty much the way I rode it. We made a little bit of suspension changes, and mostly it was just to help get the front end down a little bit, and once we made those little changes, the bike would dive into the corner, hold its line, you can power right out and point it exactly where you want. Narrow, you know, I rode this and also the KX250F back and forth. Getting on the bike and sitting on the bike, nothing really felt different. You know, one didn't feel so wide compared to the other one. 450 just really felt like a extremely powerful 250. Traction was really good on it. Again, right off the bat, it would just hook up out of corners. One thing we were able to do was also change the couplers for the mapping, where you can have a soft map standard and also I guess a race setting map. That would be these guys right here. And you can really feel the difference, especially going from, you know, the standard and going back and forth. And it was kind of cool. We did at the end of the day where the track got a little bit slippery, and the softer map, I mean, the bike would just hook up. It never really wanted to break loose. You can get on the gas and it'd get into a little slide, just a normal one, and you could just carry it all around the track and still put the bike where you want. The race map is, I mean, it's definitely a harder hitting map. You can feel it right off the bat. Anything you want to do, the bike was capable of doing, and it really feels as if, you know, if somebody wanted to go out and race this bike, you know, the only thing maybe you'd want to do is get the suspension dialed in for yourself. But as far as the motor goes and the overall package, how it handles, what you can do with it is very capable. And that says a lot really about any bike, because once you start doing a lot of motor work, you know, it's more maintenance and more cost. Where if you were to go out and race a bike and you do suspension, it's one thing. You know, there's a little servicing here and there, but you know, you're set to go, and then you have a bike that you can race for a year. It's with the reliability of something that's production. I mean, the thing was a blast. I definitely hope I get to spin more laps on one.
Special thanks to Chris and Greg from Kawasaki. Check out Kawasaki.com for more information. Well, that's it. And hey, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, hit subscribe, please. Thank you. We post exclusive stuff on there every now and then. And you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Greg's Garage TV, on Instagram, Greg's Garage, and follow me on Twitter. It's @GregWhite. And for all the shows and stories that we've done, simply Greg'sGarageTV.com. Thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next time right here on Greg's Garage.